and welcome back to the monthly line requests. I am Hedgehog as usual. Also, as usual, if you click on the link in the description below, you can go to my Patreon, where you, as well, can get a line request. You also get a lot of other benefits, your name on my videos, story requests. You can get full access to the Hogcast, the podcast that my friends and I read weird scripts and stuff. So if you're interested in that, check down below. Otherwise, let's get into it. So first off, our first line we have this month for June is from Ventus Agri. Do your best impression of me, awake for 44 hours straight, traveling to 3 different countries in as many days. The flight attendant says, "Sir, do you want the chicken with rice and barbecue sauce or the vegetarian meal?" Ventus replies, Just give me the BBQ sauce. Don't need the chicken or rice. That's my best impression of you. I'm sorry, it's so shit. Moving on to DavCav. My line request is from an early access trailer for a game called The Dark Room. I love The Dark Room. I saw the original show. It's great. It's fantastic. I love it. And I want to hear your take on it, so here's a link for reference. I'll have it written on the bottom. Thanks. Keep up the good work. When I was a child, video games were ugly blocks shooting ugly blocks and other ugly blocks. Then one day, one of those blocks put on a hat and mustache, and then it went 32-bit, 64-bit, 128-bit, 4K multiplayer, MMORPG, Pug Destiny, loot boxes, Elon Musk blasting bloody loot boxes into space, esports, League of procedurally generating squad-based squid people, Sonic the Bloody Super Special Street Fighter, Smash Bros. 11 billion bits of cardboard smacked together for money. You could just buy a kit a box. Always downloadable content that was always in the game. Anyway, Grand Theft, Red Dead, VR, bloody VR! So we made a game with none of that shit. Thank you very much, DavCab. Everyone should check out the live show, The Dark Room. It's hysterical. Darren. For Casey and more, here's another one for you. In due time, you'll be able to say these with a straight face like a pro. Maybe. We'll see. Probably not. ED Valley now presents your omniscient hedgehog with more vital information for your everyday life. You can lead a horse to prune juice, but you can make it drink, and you should be incredibly grateful for that. I don't want to think about that. I don't want to. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. A bird on the grill is worth 2 days worth of lunch. Seems legit. If life gives you lemons, don't do anything with them just yet. Take a step back and consider the fact that the embodiment of all that is nature and reality, the past, present, and future of everything, had just taken a corporeal form, come to your door, and handed you produce. If life is not just fucking with you, either you're about to be destined to an adventure like no other, or you're about to meet a padded cell. Thank you, Casey and more. I failed. Next up for Cascaden. This one's a little bit long, but it's a poem that's much beloved from my childhood, so I'm gonna indulge myself a little bit here. Will you walk into my parlor? Said the spider to the fly. 'Tis the prettiest little parlor that you ever did spy. The way into my parlor is up a winding stair, and I have many pretty things to show you when you're there. Oh, no, said the little fly, to ask me is in vain, for who goes up your winding stair can ne'er come down again. I'm sure you must be weary, dear, with soaring up so high. Will you rest upon my little bed? Said the spider to the fly. There are pretty curtains drawn around, the sheets are fine and thin, and if you'd like to rest a while, I'll snugly tuck you in. Oh, no, said the little fly, for I've often heard it said, they never wake up again who sleep upon your bed. Said the cunning spider to the fly, Dear friend, what shall I do to prove the warm affection I've always felt for you? I have within my pantry a good store of all that's nice. I'm sure you're very welcome. Will you please to take a slice? Oh, no, said the little fly. Kind sir, that cannot be. I've heard what's in your pantry, and I do not wish to see. Sweet creature, said the spider, you're witty and you're wise. How handsome are your gauzy wings, how brilliant are your eyes. I have a little looking glass upon my parlor shelf. If you'll step in one moment, dear, you shall behold yourself. I thank you, gentle sir, she said, for what you're pleased to say, and bidding you good morning now, I'll call another day. The spider turned round about and went into his den, for well he knew the silly fly would be back again. So he wove a subtle web in a little corner sly, and set his table ready to dine upon the fly. And he did, then he came out of his door again, and merrily did sing, Come hither, hither, pretty fly, with a pearl and silver wing. Your robes are green and purple, there's a crest upon your head. Your eyes are like the diamond bright, but mine are dull as lead. Alas, alas, how very soon this silly little fly, hearing his wildly flattering words, came slowly flitting by. With buzzing wings she hung aloft, the nearer and nearer drew, thinking only of her brilliant eyes in green and purple hue, thinking only of her crested head. Poor foolish thing, at last, up jumped the cunning spider and fiercely held her fast. He dragged her up his winding stair into his dismal den, within his little parlor, but she ne'er came out again. And now, dear little children, who may this story read, to idle, silly, flattering words I pray you ne'er give heed, unto an evil counselor close heart and ear and eye, and take a lesson from this tale of the spider and the fly. Thank you, Cascaden. I love that poem. I used to have a book of that poem, and I feel as if that book probably had a lot to do with my slightly morbid sense of humor. For Xavier Pena, line request for June. For my line request, I'd like either of these Danganronpa in the best Monokuma voice you can muster. Okay. This is going to pale in comparison to Dragons, but I'm going to try. Try and touch it, and you're in for some real excitement! Your heart's all like, wow! And the plant's all like, snap! And your flesh is all like, I'm dead! Thank you, Xavier Pena. That sounded nothing like Monokuma, but I tried. And for Kronos, finally, we have an old poem. I met a traveler from an antique land who said, 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert, near them on the sand. Half sunk a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lips and sneer of cold command, till that its sculptor well those passions read, which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them and the heart that fed, and on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remains, round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away. Thank you, Kronos, and thank you everyone this month for sending me lines. Next month, I am excited. I can't wait. Feel free, if you would like your line in the ring, to donate down below. Thank you once again, and I'll see you all next month. Bye-bye.